Well, if you want to talk about an emotional roller coaster, I'm kind of on one right now. If you missed the show last week, we introduced you to Kenny Burgamy here, who starting next week will be my new co-host on the Georgia Farm Monitor. Of course, looking forward to that and looking forward to having Kenny join the team. But the sad news is that my co-host for the last year and 4 months is retiring after 28 years of service at the Georgia Farm Bureau. And Paul, I know I speak for everyone in agriculture when I say you will be missed.
Well, thank you, Ray. You know, what I'm going to miss is the viewers here, of course, to start with, you know, in Georgia and of course, nationally on the RFD and the Family Network, all the people who watch the show every week. I mean, I'm going to miss that. And of course, the employees here on the Monitor set and the employees in the building and just the fact that covering agriculture is such a great thing to do for the country.
And we mentioned it last week for the folks that didn't join us last week. I mean, you're leaving us in good hands because, you know, you found a good replacement in Kenny Burgamy here. And again, you guys have a good relationship for a long time now. So.
Yes, he'll be my mini-me, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
there we go.
And you still don't have any stories that you want to share with us?
Not on television.
Well, folks, as it turns out, all of us here at the Farm Bureau aren't the only ones that think Paul is an icon. So do the folks at the Georgia Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Recently, Paul was one of only 3 people to go in the hall this year. And after you see the career that this man has had, more than likely you will say, yep, he earned it. From the age of 10 years old, Paul Beliveau wanted to be a top 40 DJ. 5 years later, that dream became a reality when Paul landed a weekend job at a small New England radio station at the age of 15. And the rest, as they say, is history. He served in the U.S. Air Force, which brought him to Robins Air Force Base near Macon. Even on active duty, Paul worked in radio, first at WNEX, the major top 40 station in Macon at the time, and later in news at the legendary WBML radio, also in Macon. He went to Macon's WMAZ AM/FM TV in 1970 and stayed 15 years where he served in various on-air and management positions. In 1982, he was appointed WMAZ Radio Director of News and Operations. Soon after, the Georgia Farm Bureau came a-calling. In 1985, Paul became Director of Advertising, Public Relations, and Broadcast Services for Farm Bureau. He directed corporate media relations and communications, corporate and insurance agency advertising, as well as internal and external publications. He was publisher of 2 statewide magazines with a combined circulation of nearly 400,000 households and managed a TV and radio production facility, several websites, and 4 social media sites. He was executive producer and co-host of a nationally televised weekly program, the Georgia Farm Monitor, which has aired on the RFD TV network since 2000. RFD TV is a Nielsen-rated network available to over 50 million U.S. homes on cable and on Dish Network and DirecTV satellite services. In addition, the program is broadcast each week on the FamilyNet cable network and on 12 television stations in Atlanta, Albany, Augusta, Jacksonville, Florida, Macon, Columbus, Savannah, and other Georgia cities. Paul also helped create and managed a statewide agricultural radio network, the Georgia Farm Radio Network. GFRN's 7 daily programs are satellite delivered to 55 radio stations. On February 7th, 2014, Paul officially retired from his Georgia Farm Bureau position after nearly 29 years.
Well, Paul meant a lot to this organization in a lot of different ways, but especially in the PR department, the department that he led. He's done a fantastic job for 28 years and took our organization from where it was to where it is now, and he's going to be missed dearly here. He's been just so valuable to our organization, and he has told the agricultural story in a way no one else could ever do it.
Paul's other credits include an MBA in Management and Economics and was on the adjunct faculty of Mercer University in Macon, mostly at Stetson School of Business and Economics from 1990 to 2010. He also taught at Georgia College and Macon College in the 1980s. Paul also currently serves in the U.S. Air Force Auxiliary, the Civil Air Patrol, and is commander of Group 3, Georgia Wing, comprised of 7 squadrons serving about 40 counties. He is also a member of the Vietnam Veterans of America, American Legion Post 3 in Macon, and the Air Force Association. He was honored in 2013 for serving over 20 years on the board of directors of the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. He's a member of the National Business Educators Association and the Georgia Press Association. Paul and his wife Kay attend St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Macon and enjoy spending time with their 2 grandchildren and their 2 Westies. Good stuff. Well, I got to be honest, I had some pretty good belly laughs putting that story together.
And where did you get the pictures?
Yeah, I'm not going to say where I got the pictures from, but you didn't tell me the transformation that Paul. I was digging the 70s sideburns, man. Come on,
The Elvis look.
Yeah, he had the Elvis look going. You look at the young picture of him, like when he first got into the business, and you know, you were smooth, man. You were stylish.
You said 4 decades. I mean, you know,
Covers a lot of fashion.
When I came to work here, my hair was dark black. So you know, look what happened sitting next to Ray.
That's
and
true.
Denny.
That just happened in a year and 4 months, as I said.
Exactly.
But I got to ask you, Paul. I mean, you know, we've all been in the business a long time. When you first got into broadcasting business, because let's face it, it could be, you know, it could be your greatest reward. It could be your worst nightmare. It's not an easy career path. Did you think that you'd be in the business this long?
No, but that's why I haven't been in the business. I've been at Georgia Farm Bureau for 28 and a half years.
You were smart. You got out early, huh?
Exactly. I got out at the right time, believe me.
Right. And had a lot of fun doing it.
And I did. You know, that's one thing. If you can have fun doing what you do, and I did when I was a disc jockey, I did when I was a news person, and I did here. If you can do that, it's not really a job. It's a career.
Well, sir, I appreciate everything you've done for me
and
everything you've done for the Farm Bureau. And I tell you what, you've been an incredible mentor and a boss as well.
Thank
so
you. Kenny will do a great job. I have confidence in him.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. How about we do this one last time?
One last time.
Of course,
All
that
right.
is going to do it for this week's edition of the Georgia Farm Monitor.
And for the last time, just a reminder for all the latest ag info regarding food, great recipes, and what's happening down on the farm. Be sure to check out our Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest pages. You'll stay informed and see what's up in the world of farming and the Farm Monitor Show.
Take care. Kenny and I will see you next week right here on the Georgia Farm Monitor.
Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great life, my man.
Thank you.